Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Care Manager. My name is Ryan, and I'm joined with Teresa Jackson, our Director of Care Management. Both of us work for EasyLiving. We're a home care and care management company that has been serving the Tampa Bay area, Pinellas, Pasco, and Hillsborough counties for over 20 years. So every week we do a weekly video series and try to answer questions about what our care managers do, and also like some of the different topics and subjects and questions that they commonly run into with their families or clients. So this week, we are going to be talking about hurricane season. As everyone knows, June 1st is the official date of hurricane season, although we've already had 2 named storms before June, and now we've just got our 3rd named storm of the season. Already seems like it's going to be an active season. So we figured we'd kind of touch base on what our care managers can do to help their clients out in getting prepared for hurricane season, storm season, in the event that they need to stay in place or evacuate or whatever the different circumstances are. So, Teresa, welcome. Thank you for joining as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what care managers can do to help their clients during storm season, either, before, during, or after a storm.
Okay. Well, just to let you know, when we bring on a new client, the first thing we do, and it's part of their onboarding, part of the onboarding process, we ask them at that time to go over their disaster preparedness plan.
Okay.
So, and again, when we're talking about disaster preparedness here in Florida, 9 times out of 10, everybody thinks about hurricane season. So Here we are. So this plan is, where are they? Are they at home? Are they in a facility? If they are in a facility, what is the facility's plan for evacuating in the event that they have to?
Sure.
And it's always funny. We'll verify the plan, and I'll call up the facility, when I'm there visiting, I'll ask, well, what's your hurricane plan? And a lot of facilities will say, well, we don't have to evacuate.
Yeah.
But then I'll ask, well, what if it's not a hurricane? What if it's a chemical spill on a major roadway next to your facility and you have to evacuate? What is your evacuation plan? And then they bring out their disaster plan that they have to have that's required by the state, and they'll share that with us. So again, we identify in the beginning when we are working with a client what their needs are at that time. So let's say if we have a client in the home, we'll verify the evacuation zone of their home. And then we make sure we monitor that.
Sure.
When we're working with them. So now that hurricane season is upon us, we're going to be reviewing. Maybe somebody's moved from home to a facility, so we need to update their disaster preparedness plan. And if they're at home, do they need help? Some folks need more help than others. It may be a situation where we have caregivers in the home and they cannot be left alone. So we need to make sure in the event of a disaster or a hurricane that the proper plan is in place to where they will not be left alone.
Sure.
So one of the questions we ask is, would they need to go to a shelter? And then we would help identify what the local shelters would be. We will fill out the county's emergency form to have them put on the list. So they are identified as a frail elderly person living alone that needs assistance in that event.
And they're already pre-registered too, which is great, because then
Correct.
They're not, I think there was a big issue with Irma that obviously Irma kept intensifying and it kept getting closer and closer to our area. And then all of a sudden there was basically a mad rush for all of these different special needs shelters. And they were being overwhelmed and bombarded with all these different people who needed additional help besides just a normal shelter. So it's good that we are helping those people get pre-registered ahead of time.
Exactly. Do they have a pet? That's something, do they need a shelter that will accept pets? Do they need a shelter that will accept more medically challenged residents.
Yeah, the complications that they might have. Yeah, absolutely.
So we help identify that, and then we can help as much or as little as the family or the client needs. I've put together go bags for clients before. I used a red cooler and put all the items in that that they recommend you have. Your can opener, your flashlight, copies of your important documents, in a bag, a Ziploc bag that's already ready and labeled that says medication. So all those medications go in there. You put everything in there. It's like got your identification on it, and you can go. And then again, looking at after the storm, what's needed at that point in time in case there is damage to the home.
Yeah, can they even go back to the home at that point in time?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I know a lot of times too, especially for our clients that have family members out of state, we can, I think, if you would agree, be the kind of eyes, ears, and voice for them to keep in contact with the family, what is going on with their family member, to make sure that they are getting to a safe space, a safe place if they need to evacuate at that point in time, and communicating with the families.
Exactly. I mean, I remember one year where we had a client that was evacuated to a major evacuation center, and then that evacuation center got evacuated.
Oh my gosh.
So we had to find, where did they go?
Yeah.
So that was challenging, but to make sure they have proper ID with them, that they are identified as someone that may be cognitively impaired. So we just want to make sure whatever the situation is it's best for that client.
And that you guys are advocating for them so they don't get lost in the shuffle and and get left behind and become an advantage.
I remember when I first moved to Florida, and when it was 2004, and that's when we had Charlie, and we had like 4 different hurricanes go over the state.
Yeah.
I remember one client, she was like, "Oh, I'm not afraid. I've been here for so many years," and to try to get her to help prepare. And acknowledge, I told her, well, I was nervous, and what could she tell me? And in her helping me, actually, it helped her to prepare better.
Yeah, absolutely. So not only for what you guys are, assisting with as care managers and just making sure everything is in place for them, we also have a lot of good resources that we have on our website too for disaster preparedness. And I know we always give all of our clients on the home care side or the care management side different checklists, whether it be for themselves or for their pets too. We can't forget our little furry friends or feathered friends. But absolutely, so we'll put links and information to our website to have disaster preparedness information on there, including the checklists. And then, as always, if you guys have any kind of questions or anything that you'd like us to answer, please put that in the comment section. We'd be happy to answer any questions that we have. And Teresa, thank you so much always for joining.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. And then again, our website is www.easylivingfl.com. And under our blog section of our website, you can find the information about disaster preparedness, hurricanes, and different things that we have to offer to our clients, or actually anyone really in the community too that wants to get some more information on hurricanes and preparing for this for the storm season. So again, thank you everyone for joining. Teresa, thank you as always for providing your insight. It's always appreciated.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.